Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Memorial Weekend. It's not really a happy celebration, but you know how it is in the United States. We'll take anything and everything to celebrate and do a big, huge discount. So, yes, guys, I'm here in my studio. And as I've said, I missed you guys. So I decided to do a Q&A with you. And yes, I'm wearing my glasses, and it's not for vision. It's more for the UV lights that I'm constantly on my computer working and working and teaching and working, teaching and working, and also doing, watching stuff. And it's just so much better. So I really recommend to invest in these. They're super cute. I used to wear glasses, but not anymore. I did LASIK, and it's definitely changed my life because it really, it's a better quality of life, I would say. So how are you doing, guys? If you're watching, wherever you guys watching, I would love to know. I have some people from the Philippines. I have people from New York, Israel. So wherever you guys watching, I would love to know. I'll give you a huge shout out. And also, I don't know about you, but I feel that the quarantine is about to be over. I just feel that people are getting more and more out. Things are getting a little less strict. More and more businesses are start to be reopening with the new guidelines that they asking to wear the masks and all of that. So listen, I think it was a beautiful period of time for all of us to self-reflect, and I think we're gonna come from out of it so much more stronger and better. So with no further ado, guys, I'm gonna take it off. What do you guys think? With or without? Comment below. So I'm here to answer your questions. So I asked you yesterday, what would you like to know about voice, about anything in terms of mindset, in terms of self-development, in terms of challenges you're going through? Because I believe, and my method, it's all about the holistic life. So if you are not happy in your life, most likely you're not going to be able to sing at your best because your mind is not there. You're not there to communicate, you're not to deliver. So it's very important to address all those things. I'm not a psychologist, but I'm giving the tools to that person to really overcome and see things in a different light. And always remember that we always have the choice to how we want to feel in that certain moment. So I have this set of questions that you guys asked me, and thank you so much for those who gave me those questions. But if you have your own questions, please comment them below. I would love to know. Scott is asking, good morning, Natalia. How are you? Thank you, Scott. I'm great, actually. I'm great. I'm feeling great. And I'm so excited to be with all of you because, this is our time together. I feel like I need it every single week to say hi to you, see how you're doing, to check in. So if you didn't have your coffee with you or tea, water, juice, whatever that is, hopefully not wine, unless it's 5 o'clock wherever you are. Because, this whole quarantine and wine, it's off balance. But whatever you guys have, definitely bring with you because then we have a little, our fun time together, catching up. Can you react to Bastille? Yes, I will. Guys, listen, if you didn't notice, I started to upload every single day a new reaction or tutorial or a live, as you can see right now. Why you're wearing army uniform? It's not, Roi. It's not, Roi. It's the American version, Roi. No, it's just a jacket. It's just a jacket, and maybe because it's Memorial Weekend, I kind of feel the vibes. I don't know, but but definitely, I served in the military for those who didn't know, for 2 years in Israel and the IDF, obviously. I was in the medical field for 2 years, taking care of soldiers in the hospital, kind of like a social worker, administrator, blah, 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 a lot of different things in one. Been through a lot. Right when I started my military service, a war started. Right when I finished my military service, there was a war as well. That kind of it could be a problem because I was going for my audition tour here in New York, and my commander, thank God, let me just out say, you know, girl, you have your dreams, you have your hopes, go and chase them. So I was very grateful for that. But yeah, no further ado, guys. So I'm gonna start answering your questions, and as I said, feel free to ask me questions about voice technique, you know, anything vocal that you feel that you have challenges right now, maybe even motivation. You can feel motivated to actually go and practice and sing, because it's like everything is closed. What's the point? But ask me all of this. I'm here for you and to serve you. Okay. So the first question that I received was, I am a mom. I'm just remembering top of my head. She said, I'm a mom and I always loved singing, but I just can't find the time. And is it too late for me to start singing? And my answer is absolutely not. It's never too late, guys. If this quarantine and this whole period didn't teach you anything, is that the time we have is limited. We don't know when is our last day is gonna be. So don't take away from yourself the chance to explore yourself fully. And if you have the passion, and I always said, like, people always ask me, well, I don't have a really good voice and I don't even know if I'm meant to sing like in big stadiums and professionally. And I was like, this is not about professional. It's about you fulfilling your desires and passions. And when we have a certain passion and certain desire to do something, it's always meant there is a reason for you to do it, right? We want to always listen to our inner self and always go after our inner guidance. And if our guidance is, listen, there's something that I want to express through singing, go ahead and do it. Because maybe, yes, maybe you're not going to be the professional singer, but it's not even about that. It's the process. It's the person you become in that process of singing, that there's nothing like it. Nothing like it, because you feel so vulnerable, so exposed. You go deeper into you're learning how to control, I don't like the word control, but how to control your mind, your body, your breath, your voice, your expression. You learn how to connect with yourself. That's a better word. Connect with yourself on a much, much, much deeper level, and obviously connect with others through your voice. So it's a win, 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 win. So if you are a mom and you have your 3 kids at home and you're busy and things are rough right now in terms of work, or you know, whatever the situation is, this is the time to actually go for it. As crazy as it sounds, because this is what's going to give you the motivation, the passion, the excitement. They're just going to shift and everything around it. And time is a very interesting thing. Did you guys notice? Now we have all the time in the world. Did you do everything you wanted? Not really, right? It's really about setting the priorities and making sure that you putting yourself as a first priority, not everybody else, because you cannot serve others if you're not feeling fulfilled for yourself. And if that means for you to be able to sing and kind of explore that passion, what's the point of living? You know, we're not here to just pay bills and do things just for the sake of doing. It's the point of living to the fullest, living to the fullest. So for those who don't know, I started a program starting from June 1st called Transform Your Voice, Transform Your Life. And this is a very special program that I combine everything that a singer, and I wish I had 10 years ago when I started my, more than 10 years ago, but when I started my professional singing career, I wish I had this program, because not only you will have online one-on-one lessons with me, which means if you don't have the time to drive, to go, and all this, you can do it from the comfort of your home, 1 hour you'll always have time for that, right? And always we can find a time that works best for you. So one-on-one time with me to make sure that all this technique that people make it so complex, we're gonna simplify it and make it very easy to digest and also tailor for yourself and your unique self. So one-on-one lessons with me that's going to teach you about vocal technique, finding your true, authentic voice. It's so important because we don't want to sound like everybody else. We don't want to sound like Beyonce. We don't want to sound like Britney. We don't want to sound like whatever singer you're listening to, because there's only one you and there's only one Beyonce and there's only one Britney. Nobody can be something they're not, because it just doesn't work and creates a lot of problems in terms of your vocal tension. And it's just not fun. It's just not fun. And being you and expressing yourself in a full way, there's nothing more exhilarating and fun than that, let me tell you. So we're going to do that. Also, we're going to have weekly master classes. What I mean by that, we're going to learn the important topics you need as a singer in terms of your musicianship, in terms of Alexander technique, how we apply the Alexander technique that athletes and top musicians are using right now to really maximize their body movement and how they use their body in an effortless way into singing. And it's also going to change your life because you're going to carry yourself differently. You're going to speak differently. You're going to sit differently. It's a complete amazing way to kind of rethink how we use our body in a very, you're going to feel like you're floating. I don't know how to explain it in different ways, but it really is. And we're going to learn how to perform, how to learn a song, how to make a song unique. All those things that every singer should know, you'll have in those master classes. Okay. Also, you're going to have weekly performance. So important because people don't perform enough and people don't practice enough, not in front of me or in front of themselves, in front of other people. And be able to perform on a weekly basis will get you the muscle of practicing in front of, singing in front of people. And it's going to be less of this monster. It's going to become easier and easier every time you're going to do it. And you're going to do it in a very supportive, loving environment. So this is it. Also, obviously, you're going to have a community that is going to be a very special group of people working together. Obviously, you're going to be with a group that is with your skill set, in your level, in your style. So it's not going to feel like you're not in the right place. And also, 24/7 support with me. So, guys, one-on-one lessons, performing, master classes, pre-recorded materials that I didn't mention. You're going to always have time to, you can always have the time to repeat and re-listen and really digest those materials for you. So this is very, very important because a lot of times people walk out of the lesson and they forget everything, and we don't want that. We always want you to learn, and I'll always, my philosophy is I don't want you to need me. I want you to teach you how to have the tools and the skill set so you can be your own teacher. So you can go ahead and be your fabulous self without needing my hand, because this doesn't, it means I didn't do my job right. Okay, so this is what I want for you, to have those pre-recorded materials you can always rewatch and always refer back to, so you can really digest the material and have it synced in a better way. And all of this, it's amazing program. So I really urge you guys to go ahead and set a time to book a call with me, a discovery call where we can really understand what are your struggles, where are your challenges, to make sure you're a good fit. It's not for everybody, but it's a very unique way to really elevate your voice and elevate yourself, because we're going to go deep also to the mindset. We're going to learn how to rethink, and it's going to create so much magic in your life. So much great things is going to happen to you, because you're just going to feel so much better in everything you do. Okay, because we can't separate you as an artist and you as a person. It has to be aligned together. And there's nothing more free than being your true self. It is. So again, if you want to learn more about it, DM me, email me. I'm going to put all the information in the comments below, so you can always ask me more questions or set time for a discovery call for 30 minutes where we can talk a bit more, and I'll give you more information if you're interested. Okay, so that's the question that they asked. Is it too late for me to start singing? Absolutely not. Go ahead and do it now. Always the now. We always have the now. So 10 years from now, you're going to regret you didn't do it now. So don't think about it. Don't judge yourself. If you feel called to do it, just go for it. Don't question it. Listen to your guidance. Listen to your intuition. A second questions that I received that I really liked, and it's very kind of related to the first question. What if I'm not experienced enough? I'm not good enough. I don't really consider myself a good singer. Let me tell you, it's all the same. What I mean, I believe that everybody can sing. What does that mean? If you can speak, you can sing. That's simple. You have the ability to sing. It's all about if you have the passion, if you really, really want it. That is the question. If you really want it and you have this deep desire within yourself where you feel like, oh my God, I really do want to explore my voice. I really do want to try it, okay? Go for it. Don't doubt it. Don't second guess it. Just go for it, because let me tell you, this is going to be the best decision you ever made in your life. I'm telling you, I wanted to sing so bad. When I was, Roy, was what he was watching me, and Carol, my best friend, I was growing up in Israel, right? And I was the kind of like the singer in Alliance in the high school that I went to. And I always were the singer, right? I was singing the Neighbors of Church after school and in school. But, my parents are Russians. I'm a single child, so the pressure is on, right? Like, oh my God, go for IT, I was thinking to go for commercials, for communication. I was kind of like on the fence about it. And I was like, should I go for something that is secure, that is going to definitely guarantee me money, or should I go for my dream and leave everything behind and go to New York where I don't have anybody or anything or no connections, and I'm just going to go for it? And guess what I did? I went with my gut feeling. I went with my crazy decision, and I decided to do it. And it's the best thing that ever happened to me. So guys, we live life once, but if you live it with no apologies and going for what you truly want, it's really magical. It's really magical, because you're always going to be supported. You're not alone. If you've been feeling alone and you feel, oh my God, I have nobody, you always have somebody. Always have somebody. Even if you don't feel it, is watching you, is guiding you, is showing you the way. And the more you trust it, the more it's going to appear in your life. So there you go. So the third question that I really liked as well is also what kind of exercises I can do to better my pitch, So a lot of singers have, I would say, a challenge with pitch. I know I had it. I was a long time, for a good 3 years, that I was out of pitch. And you can sing the entire song, you can perform the entire song, and you're walking off the stage and you're listening to yourself and you are completely out of tune. You are living in La La Land and you have no idea you were completely out of tune. And I know that feeling. It's very frustrating, because at that moment you don't feel like you're out of tune. And when you re-listen into it, it's just like, what? How does that happen? So you're definitely not alone, and it's definitely fixable. And it's really important to understand that as singers, we also need to enhance our musicianship. This is something that is overlooked, because you understanding the language of music, understanding how the whole thing works. Like when you walk into a rehearsal, you understand what the band is playing, you understand what the orchestra is playing, you understand where you are, when you need to enter, where you are on the beat. Are we on what is it? What kind of meter? Is it 2/4? Is it whatever that is? You have to understand that language, even for the basics of it, so you don't feel that you feel outcasted. You're not going to feel yourself if you're not really understanding that. So musicianship is very important, and mainly solfege, mainly ear training. Ear training is very important to develop this, because nobody's born, either you're born with a perfect pitch, God bless you, but even if you want to be able to understand that, you don't want to just take it for granted. You always want to understand. It's like you're born with a good voice. Good for you. But one day, this is not going to work as smoothly. And what are you going to do? You have to learn how it doesn't work. You have to understand the mechanical way of how things work. You always want to be responsible for your voice and for your talent. So a great exercise that I absolutely love doing with my students, and I did it with myself, is 1, 2. It's called the 1, 2, 3 exercise. I call it. I just named it, whatever. But it's a great exercise to really make sure you are very in tune with the scale. Okay, so scales are crucial for singers to be able to have it within them, because the more you understand the scales and where you are in the scale, in the key, the more you're going to be able to sing better. And it's a fact. But also you have to, after you know that, you also have to break the rules, meaning you also want to learn different scales. You want to do the minor, you want to do the diminished, you want to do, if you go for the Indian kind of music, they have their own scales. It's like completely crazy. And learning all those things really makes you better. But you got to start from the basics. So without overwhelming you, start with a major scale, easy scale. I'm just going to play a scale. It'll be easy. Okay, so C major. So 8 notes, right? C major scale, easy. So what we're going to do, each note of that scale is going to be named by a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. We're going up and we're going down. Easy. So let's do it together. I'm going to do it once so you can listen to it and understand how I'm doing it. And maybe you're going to join me next time. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to do going up. So you notice what I'm doing? I'm always going back to the 1, because the 1 is my base, it's my home. I always want to go back to the home and understanding those distances, what we call in music intervals. They're very crucial. And if you go to music school like I did in conservatory, we would spend hours and hours listening to these distances, and the professor would just he would play this and you would have to understand, okay, is it a major third? Is it a minor third? What is it? And understanding this and connecting it to those intervals. So you don't have to go that deep, but it will make you a better singer. You're just going to be there, okay? So doing that really helped with my students that had a difficulty to kind of be in tune. So let's do it together slowly, okay, with me. Are you ready? So this is our key. We're starting with 1. Ready? 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How's that feel? Can you comment below? Let me know how that felt. For some of you, you know it. Some of you don't. But make sure you keep doing that. And then when you feel comfortable, you're going to be able to do it backwards. Meaning, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And usually I don't play the notes with the students because it's very important for them to do it once with the piano, but then by themselves. And I always kind of like remind them they're home. Where are they in the key? So they always feel where they are. After that, I'm doing a lot of things in terms of minor chords and playing, because did you notice, and if you're a singer, you know what I'm talking about, we always practicing major. Always. It's almost like nobody really going to, like, I know for myself, all my training, all those years, I always practice major. All the exercise that I did were on major scales, you know, all this, always major. And this is the problem, because you're not getting your ear kind of be a little more open to different sounds. So do more minor, do a diminished, do augmented chords. If you know what I'm talking about, if you don't. But as a good teacher, you have to expose your students to different kinds of sounds, so they have the ear developed. Does that make sense? I hope I did make sense. So I want to go back to your comments to just, let's see what's going on. Hi, Natalia. This is David Riggs. How are you? You look amazing as always. Oh, struggling to hear properly. Lots of buzziness in the sound. I agree with what you said at the beginning of this about people learning be different after this is over. Sadly, I don't think many people will change. If you had one song that sums up your career, what would it be? Oh, what a cool question. What a cool question. So, David, thank you so much for your question. Basically, he's asking me if there was one song that will summarize your life, what would it be? It's kind of funny, and it's a horrible song. I Did It My Way by Sinatra, but I don't know. I think there's an Israeli song called Atuf Berachamim, one of my favorite songs, which is basically, don't rush, you're gonna find the light, all those things that kind of inside, that what would you say to your heart, to your inner child type of thing. But also New York by Alicia Keys, maybe. I think coming here and making this decision, it was the best thing ever in my life, because I listened to my inner guide. And I think there's a big gap when you don't feel happy, is when you don't listen to your own guide. You don't listen to your intuition. And you're living this conflict between your head, your heart. You're kind of like doubting, and this is where all this frustration comes from. So the more you learn to listen to yourself, the more you trust yourself, and you don't really care about what people think or say, this is powerful, right? So, you know, it's easy said than done, but it's possible. And I think, first of all, give yourself the permission to do it, and also surrounding yourself with good mentor and with good community and people that are on the same level. It gives you that permission. You suddenly kind of like, okay, I got this. And it doesn't mean you have to leave whatever you do. You can develop what you love to do on the side until it becomes a thing, or whatever that is. You don't have to give up your life, but you can add the singing part in your life. So if you are, I still have a student that he's now in Miami, but he's a huge Amazon, like, you know, he's good. He's the owner of a company, and he's on it, like, he's 50 years old, he has grandkids already, and he has this urge finally, like in his life, in the middle of his life, to start singing. And he heard about me through a mutual producer, and and he started working with me, and it completely changed his life. It added so much more meaning. And you know, we live this like repeat, like, okay, paycheck to paycheck, working on our daily jobs, whatever, unless you're really happy in your day job, God bless. But most people aren't, right? They're not really, you know, if they could do things differently, they might would, right? But he didn't change that. He has that, but he added this once a week time where he really devotes himself to something that he truly loves. And he's just happier, really happier. He's releasing songs, he's recording and writing his own songs. So it gives him that, you know, fulfillment that you don't get anywhere else. It's just simple as that. Yeah. So what else, guys? I want to hear more questions. Oh, the sound is better on Natalia's IG and YouTube channel. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why this YouTube, Facebook, I'm sorry, is not like, I can't hear it. So I don't know what you guys hear. So I apologize, but definitely go to my Instagram, nataliamusic.online, or my YouTube channel, Natalia Music. Just click it. I'm there. And I would love to hear more questions. So guys, this is the time. Let's go to my YouTube a little bit. Scott, nice to hear. Did you react to the video I told you about? Scott, I have all of your requests on a list. It's infinite list, but it's there because I want to hear all of your suggestions, and I listen to you guys more than anything. So it's definitely there and it's coming. So stay tuned for that. Magnus saying hi, hello. I'm saying hello to you too, dear. How are you? Love your reaction, so well spoken. Thank you, Magnus. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. My YouTube family is growing by the day. We're almost at 30K subscribers. What? So I'm very honored to be part of your lives and reacting to your favorite artists, because this is I love getting inspired by other people, and I love sharing my thoughts and kind of like, as a voice teacher, what would I do to make it even more better? What we can learn from that singing, because I believe we can always learn something from someone, and this is a great way to do it, right? Any more questions, guys? My Instagram family. My Instagram family. How are you guys doing? Any questions from you guys? No? Okay. So I got only 3 questions, but a question that kind of people kind of feeling confused about how to work with me. I'm not sure why, but it's not, I don't take per lesson. I don't charge by the lesson. I don't believe in that method anymore. After really exploring and going deeper with my teaching and really reflecting what worked, what didn't work, and talking to my students, I decided that I want to start teaching in a format that is a program that I told you about. If you're just joining us, I started a program called Transform Your Voice, Transform Your Life, starting June 1st, where we're going to be a group of people. We're going to get one-on-one coaching with me, going to have master classes. You're going to have weekly performances. You're going to have so much content, so much help, so much ways for you to discover your voice, to really nail your vocal technique, understand that and how to apply it to you, and be supported with an amazing community. So all of that is a program for 6 months, because I don't believe less than that will give you the results that you want, and it's really about results. So if you want to learn more about it, to work with me is call me, discover call, set time with me via email. I'm gonna write down. So email me at Natalia music.online, or you can go to my website as well, and you can book that call, and we can take it from there. Gilad, what's up? Where can we hear you sing when this all over? I love her. This is like, well, glad you asked, because Voce Nova is still here, guys. Voce Nova is my crossover act that I'm doing with Gilad. He is a tenor, I'm a soprano, and we're really changing the rules of classical music and really bringing something very exciting to your event. So it could be an award ceremony, it could be if you were Jewish. We love to sing. I sing, Russian, we sing in Yiddish, we sing in English, we sing in Hebrew, we sing in different kind of languages. And we always kind of find an amazing way to where we kind of taking the excitement of pop and mix it with the luxury of opera. So if you want to listen more to what we have, go to our website, Voce Nova, which is VOCE Nova, NOVA.com. And you're going to hear and see what people say about us. And we had a very exciting interview with Asaf, our producer from Israel, last week. And it was awesome. So really, we're all about customizing and really understanding what are your needs for your event and how we can really deliver it through the music we sing. So we sing opera, pop, rock, anything and everything. But it's really about understanding your needs, and we're going to deliver, because it's all about that. So if you want to learn more about it, I'm going to put our website, vocenova.com. And Gilad asking, what makes the 6 months program so much better? Great question. As I said, 6 months is the time from teaching for years and years, at least 10 years, is where you really see results. You see the transformation. And it's really about the transformation. I don't want to waste your time or my time. And it's really about giving you the best of the best and understanding your time is valuable, my time is valuable, and really deliver you everything you need to have this transformation. So it's not just one-on-one lessons, because this is not enough. I had those one-on-one lessons, but I have to tell you, most of my growth was outside of the studio. And I want to bring this outside of the studio and all my knowledge and all my experiences and all the things that I did, and not have you waste your time for so long to discover that freedom and singing like you want to, any song, easily within those 6 months. And I have to tell you, it's pretty remarkable, how much clarity you're going to have, how much confidence you're going to have. You will understand your power, you understand your uniqueness, what makes special about you and your voice, how you can really take it to the next level. And there's no price tag for that. So 6 months is a really good time to, wherever you are, to wherever you want to be. And this is something we have to discuss in private in terms of discovery calls, because Again, it's not just, I see it a lot, online singing courses. Some of them good, some of them better, some of them not. It's not about that. I just don't believe in this, because it's not about taking somebody and repeating, and you don't even know if you're repeating it correctly, if you're singing it correctly. There's nobody listening to you to correctly. And what happens, you develop this muscle memory, and you think you're doing good, but you not, because this is the problem. It's a quick sell. And I understand where it's coming from, unless you learn something in terms of theory, understanding how the voice works and all of that, or like terms and stuff like that. But to sing, you have to experience it. You have to have that connection, and one-on-one, you have to have that. And the program that I have is not just the one-on-one, is the communities, bringing experts. It's about really giving you the full package you need as a singer. Gilad is really bringing it on. I always found singing to be really psychological. Will you address that in your program? Absolutely. Great question. Thank you, Gilad. This is very important, because I said at the beginning, we can't separate ourselves. Whoever Gilad is a singer, and Gilad as is in the daily life. And this is the truth. The way you're going to speak, the way you carry yourself, is going to be the same way you're going to be on stage. And even maybe it's going to trigger more fears for you, because it's more vulnerable for you to be on stage and sing in front of other people. So singing is a very interesting instrument. It's obviously the first instrument that was ever invented, because it's our voice. It's here. But it's so funny. We don't really know enough about it. It's very interesting. And there's so many different theories and so many different ways. But I found that the best way to bring results and really transform your voice is going deeper, asking the questions, understanding what goes through your mind, how you feel. All those things are connected. You just can't. This is what makes the human voice so special, and so complex at the same time, because it's connected to our psychology. It's connected to how we think. It's connected to our subconscious level. A lot of times you don't even know you have those thoughts, but it's about how you feel, because feelings are there. If you feel that anxiety, and that triggers when you're singing in front of people because you're afraid to being judged, this is a place where you need to find your true confidence without having anybody approval. It's connected to everything, right? So it's not just singing. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the freedom you gotta have, is not only singing beautifully and enjoying singing. It's about, wow, I know my worth. I know who I am. I know what makes me special. I feel I have a place in the world. I feel I have something to add to this world. I feel so much confidence. There's no price tag on it. There's nothing else that makes you feel so much better. So obviously, it's an amazing journey. So in the discovery call, we're going to have this discussion to really understand that. Now, for those who are watching me on IG, go to my, let me write it down, to book a discovery call with me. Click the link in my bio, or you can DM me, whatever works for you. And if you want to learn more about Voce Nova, go to our profile. Voce Nova Music. I hope it does anything. If not, I hope it does. But you can also go to my bio. There is a link to Voce Nova Music. We actually doing some pretty cool stuff. We're doing quarantine covers, and we did Stand By Me, which is my favorite song. And it's a great song to kind of like remind yourself we're never alone. And some fun facts and some behind the scenes stuff. And it's really, really exciting. So of course, any questions you have, if you didn't ask me in this live, you can always ask me later on. Yes, guys, any more questions? Should I sing a song, guys? I'm totally not warmed up, but should I sing a song? What do you guys think? Hit with a yes, hit with a no, hit with a maybe, hit with a like. If somebody wants to join me to the live, let me know, especially my Instagram friends. Can request. Oh, we have new comments. Awesome. Okay. So let me do a quick song. One of my favorites. And yesterday I was just kind of like inspired to sing. It happens to me. It was pretty late at night, but I was just like inspired to sing sometime. And it was really interesting. So one of my favorite songs is Halo by Beyonce. And I just love the lyrics, the meaning, everything about it. So you guys ready? Want to do it with me? Remember those walls I built? Baby, they tumbling down, and they don't even put up a fight, and they didn't even make a sound. I found a way to let you in, but I really never had a doubt. Standing in the light of your hello, I got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had you breaking is the risk that I'm taking. I'm never gonna shut you out. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your hello. You know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Baby, I can feel your hello. I pray it won't fade away. Hello. Just something small from me to you guys. So keep your halo, keep your energy, keep spreading this beautiful light you guys have that only you have. I love you so much wherever you guys watching. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for your participation. I feel such a teacher when I say it. And yes, guys, enjoy. I love you.